Hello, dear student. All of you, welcome back in our second session. Firstly, I introduce myself. I am Dr. Mukta Bhamre, Assistant Professor from Department of Botany, KTHM College, Nasik. So, today I am going to teach here a lecture on course Ethnobotany from credit number first, the unit 4, the future perspective of Ethnobotany. Today's lecture topic is the phytochemical analysis of active principle and their pharmacological uses. So the session agenda of the today's lecture is introduction. Within that introduction, we will see here the what is the phytochemicals, then the different types of phytochemicals, their chemical nature, various activities of the phytochemical. So firstly, I focus here the introduction, the phytochemicals. Phyto, it is a nothing but the plant, and the plant they synthesize or they produce the chemicals. These chemicals are called the phytochemicals. So the chemicals that are produced by the plants are called the phytochemicals, and these chemicals they specifically synthesize within the plant body at different plant parts like as a stem, root, seed, fruit, flower, bark, then root, rhizome, all the all entire plant body they synthesize this chemical constituent. These are nothing but the phytochemicals. So I'm firstly here the mention these phytochemicals, they are specifically in two different main types. First is a primary metabolites and second it is a secondary metabolites. Phytochemicals they are having a two main types, primary and secondary metabolites. So what are the primary metabolites? The metabolites they synthesize within the plant body for their regular metabolic activities, means it is a source of energy or it's required for the plant growth and development. So these are called the primary metabolites. So means these primary metabolites, it is a routinely synthesized within the plant body. So here the example of the primary metabolites like as proteins, vitamins, lipids, amino acids, then nucleic acids, then synthesis of the various nitrogen bases, the different types of amino acids, then the carbohydrate, the different types of carbohydrate, means these primary metabolites it consisting of the major constituent of the biomolecules like as the carbohydrate, proteins, vitamins, enzymes, and the lipids. Then the second category of the phytochemicals, it is nothing but the secondary metabolites. So the secondary metabolites, they are different from the primary metabolites because these secondary metabolites produced within the plant body due to the purpose of the defense mechanism. Means these secondary metabolites, they do not participated in the growth and development process. Okay, so they specifically it is a produced within the plant body, it is a specifically for the defense mechanism. Then it is a disease resistance, then the defense mechanism, specifically they tolerate the various biotic stresses. So the secondary metabolites they produce within the plant body through the different metabolic pathways. So these pathways they are specifically initiated with the various precursors molecule. So they protect the plant from disease and damage and contribute to the plant colors, different very attractive bright colors, means these attractive bright colors produced by the secondary metabolites, and these attractive bright color they specifically attract the various pollinating agents like as the honeybees, butterflies, different insects. Then it's also gives the phenolic compound. Specifically, these phenolic compounds are the aromatic in nature and they produce the very pleasant smell, pleasant aromas, And these pleasant smell, it's also attract the various insect and butterflies, honeybees. They produce the different flavors also. And so it is only for the attraction of pollinators for the pollination mechanism within the plant body. Means here the when the plant enter into the reproductive phase, then the pollination, it is a nothing but the transfer of pollen grain from anther to stigma. And for the pollination purpose, the plant, they produce the secondary metabolites. And these secondary metabolites, they contribute the very important role. They produce the different colors, bright colors. Then they produce the different pleasant aromas and the different flavors. So the next here, these secondary metabolites, these are the biologically active compounds. They produce within the plant body, and the plant host and play an important role in a plant growth. So these secondary metabolites, they are also participate in the defense mechanism. It's produce the defense or create the defense against the competitor, then the pathogens or the predators. So the competitors means within the plant, when we visit the plant vegetation or different plant communities, so for getting the nutrient, okay, or getting the resources like as a nutrient, soil nutrients, water, sunlight, okay. So the plant, they compete with each other for getting the various nutrients. Then that plant, they specifically acting or they specifically produce the various secondary metabolites or phytochemicals for means it's induce the production of these metabolites, and they inhibit the growth of the other plants, means nearby plants. I'm focusing here one example. The example parthenium, we Marathi we call the congress grass. Okay, they produce the root, secretes the some chemicals, okay, and that chemicals, phytochemicals, synthesized within the root. They are mixed within the soil and they inhibit the growth of other grasses. Then this congress grass, it also produce the specific kind of smell. It is a very typical smell or aromas. Okay, that's why the herbivore animals like as a goat, cattle, okay, they do not eat that congress grass. Means all these strategies applied by the congress grass, it is only for what? The competition purpose, pathogen purpose, or the predator purpose. Okay. So then here the question is arises, where that phytochemical specifically produced. So the all the plants, they produce the phytochemicals. That phytochemicals synthesized within the different plant parts. It is a produced by the stem, leaves, then bark of the trees, leaves, fruit, seeds, then the peels of the fruits, okay, then flowers, petals, okay, means here the variety of phytochemicals produced by the different plant parts. So here the next I'm focusing here the one table. It is regarding to the phytochemicals. Here the diversity of phytochemicals produced by the different plants. So specifically the phytochemicals like as alkaloid, then polyphenolic compounds, terpenoids or terpenes, then organosulfur containing compounds. So the alkaloids, these are the very specific type of phytochemicals. It's having a nitrogen ring compounds. They specifically produce within the plant body. And here the vincristine and vinblastine, these two alkaloids, they specifically produced by the vinca plant. In Marathi we call the sadafuli. This plant, it is a very very important plant. The entire plant body, they produce the alkaloid. The category of alkaloid, it is a vincristine and vinblastine. Okay, so isolated that alkaloid in a crystalline form, and these crystalline vincristine and vinblastine, they plays a very important role. It is acting like as an anti-cancerous agent, means it's having a anti-cancerous activity. They specifically act on the cells, specifically the tumorous cells or cancerous cells, carcinogenic cell, and they inhibit the further growth of the cancerous cell. They specifically inhibit the formation of spindle fiber. So the second category, there is a polyphenol. The phenols, these are the aromatic heterocyclic ring compounds. They specifically produce within the plants. So that polyphenols, it's including the other, that is the flavonoids are there. It is also called as sibyllins. Then the ligands are there. Then flavonoids. Then phenolic acids are there. Then stibins are there. Then see the flavonoids, it is also very diverse group of the polyphenols. It consisting of the charcoals are there. Then flavones are there. Flavones specifically there is a leuconine, apigenin is there. Then flavones, it's also having a gallate. Then flavones, it is a camphorol is there. Then isoflavones, it is a example curcumin is there. Then flavones means they're having a different variety of flavones they produce. Then the terpenes, there is a sequiterpenes are there. Okay, parthenoids are there. These are the phytochemicals, the variety of phytochemicals they specifically synthesized within the plant body. So here I'm focusing here the types of phytochemicals. The first I'm focusing here the phytoestrogen. So the phytoestrogen, it is a nothing but the heterogeneous group of the polyphenolic compounds. So here the types, here the flavonoids. The flavonoids are nothing but a large group of the typically biological active water soluble plant compounds. And these flavonoids, they specifically the pigmented compounds. They're ranging from the color from yellow to red to blue color. Then isoflavones, the isoflavones are the class of flavonoid polyphenolic compounds and with a 3 phenyl chromine for one backbone. Then the phytosterol, it shows the activities like as a detoxify the carcinogen. So in a plant body, okay, as well as when we consume these phytochemicals, then in our human, they fulfill the human nutrient demand, and it's also means enhance the it's also enhance the resistance or antibodies or defense within the, it's boosting the immune system. Specifically, that detoxifies the various compounds, carcinogenic compounds. Then estrogen, it is an antagonist. Then the food source of this phytosterol, they specifically the legumes. Then the soybean, whole grain, it's specifically consisting of this phytosterol. Then next, I am focusing here the phenol. So phenol, it is a nothing but the heterocyclic aromatic compounds. Here the types, the anthocyanin. The anthocyanin, it is a naturally phenolic pigment with a biological activity. They shows, and here this phenol, they are having a blue color, red color, or it is also having a purple pigment, specifically anthocyanin pigment. So the uh, capsaicin, it is a compound found in the chili, and it is also found in a chili peppers that gives their the spicy kick. The activity of this phenol, then phenolic compound tannin, it is also one of the most of important phenolic compound. And this tannin, they specifically present within the tea leaves, and so tea and the bark of the acacia, then seed of the acacia, it's also consisting of the tannin, or we call the tannic acid. This tannin, it is also plays a major role in a antioxidant. They have scavengers the free radicals. Then the food source, here the blueberries, then the grapes, specifically the black grapes, it's consisting the more anthocyanin pigment. Then raspberries, then peppers and chilies. These are the important source of the phenolic compound. Then the next, I'm focusing here the carotenoid. So the carotenoid, a class of the phytochemical, more than 750 naturally occurring pigments synthesized by the plant body. And these carotenoid, it is a important photo light capturing pigment. It is synthesized within the plant body, algae, and the photosynthetic bacteria. And these carotenoid, they specifically yellow, orange, and red color pigments. So the types of the carotene, the beta carotene. Okay, the beta carotene, it is one of the most important compound that gives the uh, yellow, orange, and red color to the vegetable, specifically the carrot. It is orange color due to the presence of the beta carotene. Then then here the capsicum, they having a yellow color capsicum. Then here the yellow color or the red color, it is due to the beta carotene. And these carotene, it is playing a very important role in a human body, because this carotene, the body convert the beta carotene into the vitamin A. Means the beta carotene in papaya, it is also present the beta carotene. And these beta carotene, it is an important precursor molecule for the biosynthesis of vitamin A. So the next, that is a lutein. So it is a xanthophyll, and it is one of the 6 known naturally occurring carotenoids. And this lutein, it is synthesized only within the plant body. Then the lycopene, it is a naturally occurring chemicals that gives the fruit and vegetable as a red color. Here I'm focusing here one example, the tomato, it is a red. Okay, then apple, it is a red due to it's having the lycopene, it is a red color pigment. So these carotenoid, it is also biologically very active, and they shows the activity such like as an antioxidant, means they scavenger the free radicals. Then the beta carotene, it is a synthesis the vitamin A, it is a provitamin A synthesis. Then the food source, the yellow, orange, red fruit and vegetable, it is an important source of the carotenoids. Then the next I am focusing here the terpenes. The terpenes, or it is also called as a terpenoids. These terpenoids are linear or the cyclic compounds of the uh, isoprene units, and which can be saturated or unsaturated, and they are modified into the various ways. So the types of these terpenoids, it is a limonene, it is one of the important terpenoids. It is a chemical that limonene, it is found in the peels of citrus fruit and other plants. Then peryl alcohol, a limonene monoterpenoid consisting of the cyclohexane ring substituent by the hydroxymethyl. Then the activity, they shows the limonene, it is important for the control the obesity problem. Then it also shows the anti-cancerous activity and the bronchitis. Then the food source of the terpenoids, it is a citrus oil, then cherries and garlic. Then the next, I'm focusing here the organosulfur. So the name indicates the organosulfur means organic sulfur rich compound. So organic substances that contain the sulfur and that are known for their various occurrence and the unusual properties. So these organosulfur, these are the sulfur rich compound, organic compounds synthesized within the plant body. So the types, one is here the sulforaphane. The sulforaphane and isothiocyanate compound, and this sulforaphane, it is a very very rich in a sulfur. Then there is a diallyl sulfide. This diallyl sulfide, DAS, and other constituent, it is a organosulfur and a chief constituent of the garlic. So the activity here, it shows the detoxification activity. It also shows the carcinogenic activity. It's also reduce the cholesterol level. And see here, this sulfur, it is an important constituent of the amino acid like as a cysteine. It consisting the sulfur, means it is a important constituent of amino acid. Then the food source here, the cruciferous vegetables like as a cabbage, then radish, these broccoli. Then these are the cruciferous vegetable. They are rich in organosulfur content. Then onions and garlic, they are also rich in organosulfur. Then the next, I'm focusing here the phytosterols. So the phytosterol. So within the plant body, the sterol synthesis is there. that sterols are called the phytosterol. Here the example or types of the phytosterol is the campesterol. This campesterol being a steroid, the campesterol is a precursor of the anabolic steroid. There is a belladonna, and the belladonna under means it is a commonly used in a veterinary medicine practices. Then the stigmosteroids are there. This stigmosteroid is an unsaturated phytosterol and occurring in the plant in the form of the means of fats or oil. So the activity of this phytosterol, there is a decrease the colon cancer chances and promote the decrease the cholesterol level. Then the food source of this phytosterol, the vegetables, then specifically the vegetable derived oil, like as a soybean oil, then sunflower oil, then sesame oil, coconut oil, and the different oil rich nuts and the oil rich seeds, they are important source of the phytosterol. Then next I'm focusing here the alkaloid. So the alkaloid, any of the class of naturally occurring nitrogen containing bases. Variety of alkaloids are present in a different plants. They synthesize the alkaloid. Then this alkaloid, here the types, the various alkaloids are there. The morphine, it is an important alkaloid. It is a commonly known alkaloid. Morphine is and the opiate alkaloid isolated from the plant Papaver somniferum, and the produce the synthetically also. Then the another important alkaloid is a vincristine and vinblastine. So this vincristine and vinblastine, it is alkaloid derived from the periwinkle. In Marathi we call the sadafuli plant, and it is having a anti-cancerous activity. Then nicotine, it is also one of the important alkaloid. So this nicotine, it is a chiral alkaloid that naturally produced in the nightshade family plants, example the nicotina in tambaku plant. Then the activity of alkaloid C, then one of the important plant, there is the Ceropegia. It's also produce the alkaloid serpagine, and this serpagine alkaloid, it's pharmacologically very active. It shows the anti-cancerous activity, it shows the hepatoprotective activity, it shows the antipyretic activities. Then it's also commonly used against the curing the various diseases like as a diarrhea, dysentery, stomach ache. Means all these alkaloids. So the alkaloids synthesized within the plant body, and then that alkaloids isolated in their pure form, and then later on that alkaloid in the pure form alkaloid tested for the various biological activities like as antimicrobial activity, antifungal activity, anti-cancerous activity, hepatoprotective activity, and the antioxidant activities. Then the see within the plant body there is also synthesize the gums, then mucilaginous substances, and these gums and mucilaginous substances are also having a very important role. Then the activity shown by the alkaloid of the morphine, vincristine, vinblastine, and nicotine. Here the activity like as a respiratory depression, the morphine, they are specifically acts on the nervous system and depression problem. Then the gastrointestinal problems, then anti-cancerous activity, and nicotine, it is used as a stimulant agent. Then it's also decrease the colon cancer, it's promote the decrease the cholesterol. Then important source of the morphine, there is a poppy plant, it is nothing but the Papaver somniferum. Then the vincristine, vinblastine, it is obtained from the vinca plant, Vinca rosea. And the nicotine, it is important alkaloid, it is derived from the nicotina. So I'm focusing here the variety of phytochemicals, then there are different types, the important types, and their activity means pharmacological activities. Then here these phytochemicals, they playing a very important role in a pharmacology, and from that different phytochemicals, they are specifically used for the preparation of different medicines, specifically the herbal medicines. And These phytochemicals, it is a used from ancient period of time. The India, it's having a very use history. Means India, it is a first country. It's used the Ayurveda to the world. So this is regarding to the phytochemical. Then the next here, the student assignment. It depends on our today's session. So the first, the explain the different types of phytochemical. Then second question, give the various activities of phytochemicals. Question number 3, what are the phytochemicals and list the types of phytochemicals. Then what are the flavonoids and list the different types of flavonoids. Then the question number 5, explain the different types of alkaloid. So this is the questions depends on our today's session. Then in the next lecture, we will focus on the phytochemical analysis of all these active compound present within the plant body by using the different chemical test, and we will focus on the pharmacological activities of these phytochemicals. Thank you.